everybody, I'm Leah and welcome to Family Heritage Living. Today I am making a quick chicken salad for chicken salad sandwiches for our family today. Just wanted to share it with you. It's a really quick recipe. I know a lot of you guys out there, seasoned cooks, already have your chicken salad that's your fave, but for those of you that are just beginning or that have never made chicken salad, I just wanted to share this with you as it is a really good recipe. All right, so obviously with chicken salad sandwiches, you need chicken. All right, that's definitely a pref on your own. And I don't know what my deal is with all these abbreviations and terms. It's like I'm in such a hurry, I don't have time to say the whole word. So it's.
Do you have time to explain?
That's right. It's definitely a preference of your own. I prefer to do chicken breast. I don't care if I've raised my own chickens. I don't care if we've bought it. I just like the chicken breast. I'm not a big dark meat eater. The guys are, and that's great. But when it comes to chicken salads, I prefer the lighter. When I say lighter, I literally mean lighter, the non-greasy meat. So I just go for the breast. There's other parts of the chicken that are white, but the breast get the most meat. So with that, what I do, go on cameraman, keep up with me. I shred my chicken. Some people cube it, and that works if that's your preference, but I like to shred it. There are about 5 breasts of chicken here, and that's made quite a bit of meat. I grew up on Miracle Whip. Translated, that's what my mother always used. And that's what Ron's mother used was Miracle Whip. That was the big thing.
It was a miracle.
That was the big thing in the day. There was always mayo available, but I don't think I ever honestly had mayo until about almost 7 years ago when we went GMO free. And when we decided to go GMO free, we realized that Miracle Whip was not going to be in the menu. Now, in case you don't know this, and this is just a little tidbit for you. I mean, this cooking recipe is not about GMO living free, but just a tidbit. If you don't realize it, many companies, and not all of them, but a good quantity of them, put chemicals in their foods that are addictive. And because the reason they do that is they want you to want their product. All right. So when you go from a processed or an already manufactured food to a homemade food, it's oftentimes hard to think, wow, this tastes better, because your body is addicted to the chemical in whatever product you typically use. So to go from a store-bought, and I don't want to use the name brand Miracle, but a store-bought salad dressing type product to homemade mayo can be difficult. But once you break that addiction, once your body cleanses itself, you start to realize, wow, there's a whole lot more flavor in the mayo than in the processed salad dressing. I'm not saying mayo's not processed. Please hear what I'm saying.
And we're not saying that Miracle Whip does that.
Okay, we're not using Miracle Whip. We're talking about salad. When I say salad dressing, if you look at the Miracle Whip thing, I think it actually says salad dressing. So whatever the case, okay, work with me here. I'm not jogging in a particular brand name, but our taste needs to be cleansed. Okay, Ron often talks about a particular situation when we make homemade macaroni and cheese, and the individual that we'd have for supper or take to their home the dish of mac and cheese would prefer frozen, a particular brand of frozen macaroni and cheese, and the quality was nothing compared to homemade macaroni and cheese, but their taste and the chemicals in that particular product, they wanted that. That's what they wanted. And they had the same problem with cake mixes. And eventually they broke that and they realized what a better quality, doing it themselves was. Now, with all that said, my point in this is we use mayo. And I feel after having broken myself from the pre-made dressings and such for sandwiches, that mayo has an superior flavor. And the great thing about it is you can make it homemade. You can buy the organic, mayo, which there's nothing wrong with it, but you can make it homemade, and you have that control then of what's in it and what's not. So that's what I use. We have chicken and we have mayo. That's my first choice. And of course, like spices, the amount you put in is totally dependent on what you're after. If you want it soupier or drier, it's a flavor issue. And we love fresh red grapes. And you can see I've washed them and then I've split them. And the grapes in there everybody loves.
Tried using whole cherries.
It gives it a great crunch. So when you bite into your sandwich, you have this wonderful pop that doesn't exist without the grapes. We just started using grapes, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I'd never had it. Celery also gives a really good texture. Unfortunately, I don't have any. And so, but what I did have was grapes, but celery could go in it. And you see it doesn't blend up really well. And it might be one of two things. One, I might need more mayo, or it's just not going to happen. And so what I'll do is I'll get the chicken salad on the bread, and then I'll sprinkle the grapes on top, and whatever works. Obviously, if it sits in overnight or a day or two, they can start to find their spot within the chicken. The other thing, onions. Not everybody in my family likes the fresh onions, especially my little ones, so I can sprinkle these on top afterwards. Okay. About the only seasoning I use in the salad is a little salt. And of course that can always be added at the table. I just like to put some in, and sometimes we don't even need additional salt. Everybody uses cayenne pepper at the table. Okay. How many times a year do we end up with store-bought bread?
We end up with store-bought bread once a year?
Nah, in all fairness, I think it's about 3 times. We just have, we kind of go in cycles when things get really busy. Like right now, we're in a really busy time with a business
Order.
Huh?
Order.
Thank you. A business order from Anthropologies that consumes us, and so it consumes everybody. And if I'm in a hurry, I haven't thought far enough ahead, or if I just need to throw something together really quick, there is couple organic breads. Well, up here I guess there is 2 up here, but the one we never get. And occasionally they
We're
have
prejudice on it.
Occasionally they have this, and we just did a breakfast video the other morning. I haven't posted yet, but I had the guys grab a couple of these, and Simeon's like, what's that? He was totally confused on what that bread was because it didn't look familiar to him, and he wondered if somebody sent it to us, I thought it was really cute. Anyway, so they're a bread or a bun. You can use a hamburger bun. That's really good. All right, so quick and simple. I'm going to use my knife over here to kind of mound it together. A few onions. Little extra salt. You can put spinach or lettuce. When I was growing up, we used to put lettuce in our chicken salad, and that gave a nice little crunch. And voila, that is how difficult it is to make a homemade chicken salad sandwich. Very attractive, very tasty. And it actually is very filling. And like I said, 4 to 5 breast in the chicken, I can usually get 2 meals out of it just because I'm stretching it out on bread. And then you put a side dish with it. You can put anything you think of, baked beans, pasta salad, fresh carrots, fresh tomatoes, whatever goes with it. But it's nice on a hot day, and today's extremely hot up here. We went from last week or week and a half ago from the low 50s to now I think it's like we're mid 80s, and it's humid and we're all sweltering and miserable from this event. But okay, so if you guys try it, as always, please do let us know if you like it or if you did something different. Also, just a reminder, please follow us on Facebook if you haven't yet. We've also started an Instagram, it's not page, I don't know what you call it, an account. So if you find us on there and you want to follow us, and I'm actually going to do a video because I found out this great thing with Instagram that I never knew and just want to share that. RJ has his shop up and running on Etsy. Everything's good there. And Josiah has a blog going on, and we'll post all this stuff below in the write-up under this video. Thanks for watching, and God bless.